How's it going, guys and gals? My name is Beckett, and welcome back to another brand new video. And something I haven't, well, I say I haven't done in a while. Something I've done very few of. We're back doing another top 10 video. Sort of in the style I did with the Iron and the top 12 car garage thing. I will be doing a top 10 starships with a twist. That twist being, I've got at the moment my good pal and buddy Jed with me.
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing on this Friday time to watch this video? Don't bother answering. I can't hear you. Or maybe I can. Yes, I'm not being scary at all.
That's Jed. We might have a third. We might have Yine. He's a bit of a hectic today. So if he may join, he may not join. We'll see what happens on that front. But until such time, a little explanation. So, as I did just say, today is a top 10 starships video. With a bit more detail, basically, me and Jed have a list of 10 of our favourite starships that are ranked from 1 to 10. 10 doesn't necessarily have to be the worst. It could just be the one is the most liked, and it just keeps going down to 10, which could be the one you like, but not as much as others. It doesn't have to be a worse one. And then for afterwards, we have ships that we still like, we wanted to have on there, but just didn't make the top 10 cut, which will be the honourable mentions as per usual.
Indeed.
So, I think without any further ado's, we shall commence this, and as per usual, I think with the last one, I will give you the ball to start rolling with, Mr. Jed.
You want to know? You want to know what my 10th favorite starship is? Do you?
That I do. Yes, I do. Yes.
The Oberth class.
Oberth class.
The Oberth class. And for those of you watching this on the YouTubes, you will currently be seeing a little graphic of the Oberth class popping up. But for poor old Sergeant Beckett, I'm going to do him a solid. I'm going to throw him a picture.
Yeah. This is something I've also requested as well. That we put in things to say, oh, that thing.
That thing. Yeah.
You like that thing?
That pure explodium science ship, motherfucker. Yes.
You
100%.
Okay?
So, it's weird. There's two reasons I love the Oberth. There's two reasons I really love the Oberth. Reason one is nostalgia.
Okay.
The Oberth was in Search for Spock. Search for Spock I grew up watching, so obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Also, you've got to admit, at a time when there were exactly 4 Starfleet ship designs, the Enterprise, the Excelsior, the Reliant, and this thing is the most unique of all of them. Like, genuinely, you look at it and you're like, oh wow, they actually went to town on that. They thought about that fella.
Yeah, I guess.
They were like, yeah, we're not just gonna like make the Enterprise, but different. You know, we're gonna really hammer home. Yeah, this is cool. This is Starfleet. It's diverse. It does different things. So yeah, the Oberth.
I guess.
Come
okay.
At me, boys. I'll fucking take you all on one or all in a bunch to fight for the little explodium ship. Also, it is the little explodium ship that could.
All right then.
Unadulterated explodium.
Is that because they got blown up in like stuff on
blown up. I don't think it appears without exploding.
Alright, well then. Now my 10th one, I already told Jed as like a snippet, but I'll obviously be telling you guys. My number 10 is seeing as no one else here, and Jed will know what this one is. The Discovery refit from Discovery season 4, 3. That's 3. Okay, I was gonna remember when it was refitted to.
It gets refit in the middle of 3.
Ah, no, yes, yeah, okay, no, yeah.
By refit, we mean that they take the nacelles off. It's a bold choice. It's a bold choice. What is it? What is it about? What is it about the refit version of Disco that sort of rings your proverbial starship bell?
So I think with the I think a part of the reason is the detached nacelles. It's a different direction to what Starfleet hasn't, or what the designers haven't gone to in the past, and it's just a thing of Discovery in itself is a great ship, and most of the time refits of ships I like. Well, most of the time refits of ships I like. I like the refits too, so. I like Discovery. I like the refit, and refit was pretty awesome. That's pretty. It's not much of a massive explanation. It's a simple thing of the ship looks cool. Pretty simple.
Yeah, I like the ship.
Yeah.
It's a good ship.
I will actually expand on that to say, because I did sort of correct myself to say that I don't like almost all refits or continuations of ships. I do not like the Excelsior 2. I hate it with a passion.
You mean you don't like the Excelsior with added Kirk-killing deck plate?
No, wait, what?
Oh,
Kirk-killing death plate?
Wait. Do you mean the Excelsior refit from Generations, or the Excelsior 2 from Picard?
The one from Picard specifically.
Oh,
I mean, I'm still not a fan of the Excelsior either way, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, of all the ships that they had to like. I just look at that and I think, okay, so that's like an Obina class, but like less Excelsior-y.
The thing, so okay, I like the idea they've gone with it.
Yeah.
The problem I have with it is for its length, it's too fucking thin.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it from the top, but it looks too fucking. It's too fucking lanky.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that happens a lot in like modern starship scaling that pisses a lot of people off. So yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, anyway, side rant over. On to 9th place. Jed, what is yours?
So this is the first of 2 Discovery era starships that pop up on my list.
Okay.
The Shepherd.
Oh, the Shepherd class. Now that I approve of.
So what I like about the Shepherd class is you get a sense of, oh, okay, that actually kind of fits as ship between NX class,
like cheap design evolution, yeah.
Yeah. It feels very like, if they'd made this the hero ship of Discovery, I would have just been like, yeah, I can see that. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, it feels. There are some Discovery era ships that you look at, like fucking like the Shran, the one with the nacelles that go through the saucer. I just look at that and I think, fuck were you on? But like this is just like nice, clean lines, a bit of the greebly, so it's not as clean as the Connie is, you know. So it feels like an older ship than the Connie. It feels like, you know, the kind of ship that you look at and you go, yeah, that fits in like the design, the lineage.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's one of the few ships from that entire series that gets, I guess, real. What's the word I'm looking for? Exposure. Like a lot of the ships from Star Trek Discovery, you don't really see much of them because the Battle of the Binary Stars is a chaotic CGI mess. Whereas the destruction of the Gagarin, you know, later on in season 1, you actually see a fair bit of the Shepherd class Gagarin. You know, she flies about and you actually get a lot of time with her. So, you know, it's one of the few really picky ship shots in season 1. So, yeah. Hit me with your number 9 then.
My number 9 is also a Discovery ship. It is the Discovery. Fair. So
why is she so low down? Because I know you like Discovery. Why is Discovery herself so low down the top 10 list?
It's not simply put, it is a ship. I do quite like. Although as new series have come out, and as I've just discovered new ships, it's moved down the list. Simple as. I've just. Because when I think when Discovery came out, I think I was really taken with the ship. I was like, oh, that's the best ship. I want it in the game and everything. And I mean, now time has passed. Other shows have come out. Other ships have been designed, and yeah, simple as. But yeah, I mean, but also it's the fact the reason why it's on the list as well is just because like, it's just the design of it. It's just, again, it's one of those things where in my opinion, for me, it's not too outrageous like the Birth, but it's it's understandable. It's sort of like okay, I kind of like this is a different sort of design from what normally is produced and stuff.
So I have to ask, just out of interest, have you ever seen the Planet of the Titans Enterprise on which Discovery was based?
Is that the one? Is that the one with the short undersails?
Yeah, it's the concept art by Ralph McQuarrie.
Oh no, I hate that. That does not. From the angles from the concept art I've seen of it, and specifically I've only really seen what the most common image, which is the back end of it. I don't like it. The fact that it's basically it stops at like just one massive like square line at the back, and then it has two pylons coming up with short little fucking nacelles, and the saucer looks too fucking the saucer looks too fucking small. Oh dear,
yeah. I mean, the thing that I sort of like about Discovery compared to this is this looks like a Star Destroyer with a saucer.
Yeah, so actually,
it's Ralph McQuarrie, so.
Yeah, get on my phone a second so I can get a better.
Obviously a genius, but like Ralph McQuarrie drew a Star Destroyer with a saucer section.
So literally it's got a square fucking back line, which is no. The pylons, no. The cells are fucking no. Just the fact that the ship starts and then it keeps going back, and then everything then just stops. It's like, huh? And then the saucer looks fucking weird as well, and it looks disproportionate to the rest of the whole. But yes, no. Just no.
I mean, fair. No, I just thought it was interesting. It's interesting to see the difference between the Planet of the Titans Enterprise and actual Disco herself. So, fair.
Okay, so with that, we're on to number 8. What have you got for us, Jed?
Ben Sisko's motherfucking pimp hand. That's what I've got. Oh my god, you've never heard it referred to by that name.
Do you mean the Defiant?
I mean the Defiant!
Oh! I've never heard of that phrase.
Pimp hand! What? You've never
heard of that before, no!
But she's Ben Sisko's motherfucking pimp hand! Like, I demand that when you do the video edit for this, that you just put a big picture of the Defiant up and you type out N Sisko's motherfucking pimp hand.
I would just like to mention, for the record, before editing this video, I had never spoken or written the phrase Ben Sisko's motherfucking pimp hand even once before. And I have now just written it 3 times. Thank you for listening, and now back to the video.
Because that's what she is. She's a ship of pure... She's like, Ben Sisko lost his wife to the Borg and was like, right, fuck you. And built a ship whose entire job is like, fuck you. Like everything that Star Trek shouldn't be, because Star Trek ships are meant to be like multi-purposes. He was just like, nah, I'm gonna build a ship that goes fuck you. This is my fuck you ship. This is my fucking middle finger ship. This is my come at me enemies of the Federation and I'll fucking deck ya ship. That's what the fucking Defiant is. Like, my overriding memory of the Defiant is fucking Star Trek First Contact. Just this little ship going pew 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 at the Borg cube. Like, fuck you! You're tiny. Fuck you! Real small, like, literally, what the fuck? You're a real small ship here. There's like small dogs saying, fuck you! Fuck you! And then Worf, of course, is like the perfect captain for the Defiant because he's just like, I approve of this fuck you energy. It's very honorable. Ramming speed!
Offline, we've lost shields. Our weapons are gone.
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for ramming speed!
It's just, sorry, I love the Defiant. It's
Really, you don't say.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite ship of all time. It's,
Yeah.
You know, but it's again, it's unique. It's not just
Yeah.
like a silver in the cells. It's not
I can see that.
you know, and again, it's just a little ship that says "fuck you."
I will say, for number 8, we've gone two completely different ways.
Fair.
So you've gone with the Defiant. I've gone with the Nova class.
Ironically, the Nova class did start out life as a Defiant concept art.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, it's funny. The funny thing about the Nova class, I used to hate it when I was younger. I don't know why. I used to play it when I was on Star Trek Online. I used to always, because this was in the days when obviously I'd always level up the ships. You also get change ship for every rank thing, and I'd always. For some reason, I remember vividly hating having to play with the fucking Nova class. I was just like, ugh, this ship again. But I don't know what it is. For some reason, in like last year or so, or whatever, I don't know what, but for some reason it looks good now to me. I don't know what's changed, but it turned into one of those ships where it's like. It should be one of those like little underdog sort of piffy little ships, but it just kind of looks it's an odd thing. I like it, but it's I don't understand how I.
Like the Enterprise E had a baby. If the Enterprise E gave birth to a baby, that's how I always describe the Nova. It's just like it's a baby. It's a baby Enterprise.
Yeah.
Like you look at it and you're just like, oh, it's the Enterprise E with a Voyager deflector dish. Voyager, Enterprise, is there something you want to tell us? Have you been sneaking off behind the starship shed? But you know, it's a cute little ship, and you know, I always rather liked it. In a weird way, I like it more than the Intrepid. You know, spoiler warning, neither Intrepid nor Nova make it on my list. Not because I don't like them, because I do like them, but like there are other ships that are on my list. But you know, I always, in a weird way, I like Nova more than I like Intrepid, because she just, you know, I think the fact that the nacelles, like the proportions of the nacelles to the body, you know, they're a little bit longer. I like that about her. Yeah. So you know. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay. In that case, on to number
7.
Thank you, that's the one. I forgot what it was there for a second. On to number 7. What's yours, Jed?
Discovery Constitution class.
Oh, okay, so the SNW ship.
Yes, the SNW Enterprise.
Oh, okay. Not a bad choice.
Well, so thing is, I tend to look at like updating designs like that, sort of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But you know, like, just look at that and I go, yeah, I like that ship.
It's the Eagle ship, by the way.
She's kept a good few. She's kept the lines. You know, she's kept the lines.
Yeah.
There's a couple of bits on her that I sort of look and I go, I prefer the concept art version with the straight nacelle pylons, for example.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a sucker for the angled nacelles.
But,
so for me, that's just like the thing of that's really cool. But I think actually, no, mine is on my list as well, so I'm gonna keep my opinions for when I get to my one. But yeah, okay.
No, like in general though, like you know, when I saw her at the end of Discovery season 1, I was just like, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is. You know, so I was like, and like in a lot of ways, like I look at that and I'm like, yeah, you fucking see that? You fucking see that, J.J. Abrams? You fucking see that's the Enterprise. That's the fucking Enterprise. That's how you fucking update the Enterprise. None of this saggy nacelle, Doomsday Planet nacelle, like fucking blue spinny fan bullshit. No. That's the Enterprise. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a good ship. And funny thing about this one for you at home, guys. I bought this at my first ever Star Trek Comic-Con. Spent about 100 quid on it. Worth every fucking pound.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okie dokie. So that was yours. Mine, again, same show. But a couple seasons ahead. Mine is the Kirk class battle cruiser. If you remember that one.
Ooh, I do. You mean the new Constitution?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout. That because like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not enamored of a lot of the future ships of Discovery season 3 and 4. Like a lot of them are just like I'm fucking sorry, a rainforest saucer section, fuck off. Like,
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
that's just somebody who like fucking took a drag from a fucking weed spliff and was like, have you heard a rainforest?
Yeah.
You just look at that and you go, yeah, see, that's the design language of your modern era, and you fucking made a Star Trek ship with it. Just looking at that and I'm like,
yeah.
That's a motherfucking Star Trek ship.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much about the ship that I can really explain as to why I like it. It's just obviously we got a glimpse of it in Discovery, and then obviously they bought the ship to STO, to which I then got it as one of the event campaign rewards, and it's not a bad ship. It's pretty alright. It's got a very nice design to it. So yeah, not much to say on that one. Sixth. Oh, sorry, go on.
Do you reckon that the Enterprise? Reckon that the Enterprise of the 32nd century is one of those ships, or do you reckon there's something special about that one?
I wouldn't be surprised. It looks very enterprisey. Yeah. So on to number 6. What do you have for number 6, Mr. Rhodes?
Now this is again a bit of an odd choice on my part. The Olympic class. I have just sent it.
Okay.
The ball.
You like that bloody thing?
I like the ball.
Why?
Well, spoiler warning, because I like the Daedalus class. I like the Daedalus class, and this fella's just like, oh yeah. It's the ball. It's the ball.
I remember. I think I tried it out once on STO. Because it was one of the upgrade ships you get for the rank at the time. I tried it and I hated every second of that rank I was playing. I was like, oh, this ship is so boring. It's just, ugh. I hate it. In my opinion, possibly the worst bloody ship they've ever designed, ever. I know you're disagreeing on that one for sure.
I mean, you know, I understand. I understand why you would think that, and it is, again, it's unusual. And the thing is, it's very interesting to me that the guy who designed that went back to the Daedalus class and the concept stuff for the Enterprise, you know, back in the day. So you know, I find it really interesting, and I feel like the actual ship design it's very complimentary of what it's meant to be, which is like a dinky little hospital ship. So you know, I'm proper like it. There's no real way to get around that. I proper like it. Yeah, you mean.
Okay. Mine is vastly different to that one.
Okay.
Mine's the Constitution refit.
You did say you like them slanty nacelles.
Yeah, I mean, for that one, that's somewhat. The reason behind that is like so my introduction to Star Trek was the Wrath of Khan. We didn't. I'd watched all the films first, and so I say I did. I watched some of them, I think, but I don't think I watched all of them because some of them I can't remember. But I watched especially the Wrath of Khan, and something about that ship just I just found it was really cool, and I was just like, that is just a good looking starship right there. And because it was the first ship I was introduced to, really, and I continued to, I watched a lot of the films in my early years. It just sort of got stuck with me.
It's a good ship. It's a good design. And it's a good update of the TOS Connie. You know, I've got a lot of respect for that design.
Okay, at number 5. What do you have?
I have the Ambassador class.
Oh,
Enterprise
what?
C. Yeah, I
That
love the Ambassador.
That fugly thing? I mean, what's that? But oh my god, why? I must know why.
There's a lot of reasons, to be fair.
Oh,
I mean, first off, because one of my defining early memories was yesterday's Enterprise.
Okay.
But also, just like for me, she feels like a 24th century interim ship between Excelsior and Galaxy. Like
Yeah.
she's got the round saucers of like the 23rd century. She's got the sort of pylons that will come to define like the Enterprise D era, but they're a bit clunkier. Now she's got like the Enterprise A, like star drive section.
Yeah.
She feels like when you describe, okay, what would a Star Trek ship that existed between this time period and this time period be? You look at her and you're like, yeah. And just, I feel like, she's the sort of thing where if you tell someone, okay, draw me a Star Trek ship, you kind of just end up drawing the Enterprise C. She's like the mean of every single Star Trek ship. She's got like the round saucer, the nacelles, she's just the Star Trek ship. So I love her.
It was those pylons that did it for me. They stuck out way too fucking far for me.
Huh?
And also with the nacelles, they're like, I mean, it was definitely the fact in STO, but like, whenever I looked at the ship straight on, I could always it always bugged me that the nacelles were hidden behind, like literally in line behind the fucking saucer.
Yeah.
Bugged the hell out of me. So mine. For my one, I'm going forward a century or two. No, a century. Going all the way to Picard season 3. The Dutterstadt, the Intrepid. The Intrepid. Yes.
Dude, the dude.
The dude. Yeah.
So you mean you like the angriest starship?
Yeah, the angry starship. Yeah.
Angry starship that could. Yes.
Yeah.
I am 100% with you on that.
It's yeah.
It's again though. It's like one of those ships that's like, yeah, here are basic Star Trek ship bits. Let's
Yeah.
weird out the proportions a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, 100% I can get behind the Dudestadt. Dudestadt, dude, dude.
It's yeah. I'm now waiting patiently and willingly, and just I'm hoping that they add to STO, because I love to have that thing.
No. You get that, and then you get like a starship trait that's just a little angry starship. It's like, every time the Dudestadt takes a bit of damage,
You just ride us back up.
yeah, she just rises up and she's just like, "Hi, Dudestadt." And Starfleet has learned a little thing about "fuck you" energy from the Defiant, and we've put it in all our starships now. So, yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
100%.
Alright, so 4th place, what do you got?
4th place. Galaxy class.
Ah, yes.
Just. Aww.
I can see that, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fat one has
The
come.
fat one, yeah, the fat one, yep.
Oh, just like the thing is, she was always rated lower for me. Like growing up, she was never my favorite of all the starships. Even though she was the hero ship, and then there are others that are higher up on my list, which are my actual favorites. But you never realize until you get to a point like Picard season 3. No, spoiler warning for all you suckers out there who haven't seen it yet. Fucking go watch it. Pirating exists. Go fucking watch it. But it's one of those things where you never realize how much something means to you until you see it flying out of a fucking space dock to epic music, ready to go save the fucking universe. Fucking Enterprise.
Make it so.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Data, set a direct course for Earth, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain. Course laid in, sir. She's ready.
Engage.
That music. Oh, that was a good track.
Okay. My childhood is back. These fuckers may have killed my childhood in Picard season 1, but they've now resurrected my child. They full on like heroes never died my childhood. So
Okay.
I accept this. Let's do this.
So my one was one that you had earlier. Mine was the Enterprise from SNW. for number 4. So the thing with this thing, so the difference between reason why I like this one more than the original Enterprise, because firstly, I always felt like it was too much. After seeing this one, I always felt like the TOS was a bit of like a tall ship. Obviously, you had like the between the for quite a small ship, the main hull and the second and the saucer were quite like high up. Like the neck was quite long, and also
they smushed her a little bit.
Yeah, they put it down a little bit, and then obviously they put the lights on the nacelles, which everyone has always like done like little concept arts up and stuff. And then obviously they're just the nacelles and just that and just the entire design is just, it's a nice reimagining of it, and it's just, fucking love it. It's a good little ship. Alright then, so we're down to the top 3. What have you got for number 3 then, Jed?
Excelsior!
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yes, the original USS Excelsior, NCC 2000. One, nostalgia. She was in every fucking series. She showed up all the time. She was just everywhere. Again, like the Ambassador, she's just one of those ships that, you say, draw me a Star Trek ship, and you'd probably just end up drawing the Excelsior. Plus she's got everything. She's a little squatter, at the neck, so the neck's not quite as out there. She's long, she's elegant, and the cells are very pretty. You just look at her and just like, out there is a fucking Star Trek ship. Out there is a fucking Star Trek ship. And and I'm not gonna lie, just every time you fucking watch an episode of Deep Space Nine, somebody's blowing up an Excelsior somewhere. But I love her. I really love her. I love seeing all the little Excelsiors popping up everywhere. Even now in fucking lower decks, USS Hood shows up. She's an Excelsior class, and I'm just like, yeah, cool. I'm happy with this. This is good.
Okay. My one for number 3 is a slight variation to yours. The Sovereign.
Interesting.
Again, it's one of those ships where, cause obviously I'd watched all the film. Well, I say all the films. I watched most of the. I watched all the TNG and TOS films before I saw anything else, and so obviously therefore I got a lot of the Sovereign, and it was just a very. I was brought up. It was like the refit, the Constitution refit. I was brought up as well on the Sovereign, and so it's one of the ships that's just stuck with me for like all those years, and it's a good little like, it's a good design for like a tactical exploration vessel, I'd say.
No, fair.
And what's your number 2 then, Jed?
The Sovereign. And you know, for all the reasons you described, like you know, it's an absolute shit. No, sorry.
Oh dear, no.
She's fine. She got caught on a wire, but yeah, just like, you know, just like in general, there's a lot about her to love. You know, she's sleek. She's got a lot of the Excelsior vibe to her. You know, which I always quite liked. Is there's a bit of the Excelsior vibe going on. You know, there's bits of her that just feel like, yeah, you streamlined and compacted, you know, the Enterprise idea into this, you know, sleek, you know, sleek ass starship. And you know, she feels like the sort of ship that you want to show up when you say, "It's the Enterprise." And it's the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Wham, there she is.
Yeah.
She's there to, you know, wreck your shit. And it's nice to one thing I regret about Picard Season 3 bringing back the D is that she had to make the death of the E such a throwaway joke. You know,
It was not Wolf's fault.
it was not Wolf's. I have a headcanon for what I think happened.
Okay.
And on the supreme off chance that, you know, the guys who run lower decks fucking ever watch this, I just know the Enterprise E died because Brad Boimler took command. No. Like, I shit me not. It makes so much like I just know that the Enterprise E will die in lower decks, and it's gonna be because Boimler took, like, in my absolute headcanon of headcanons. Basically, Enterprise E was down for refit or something.
Yeah.
Cerritos gets in trouble. Brad Boimler has been moved to the Enterprise E for like half a season or something. He hears that the Cerritos is in trouble, and he's like, I take the Enterprise and save my friends. And Captain Worf is like, as a captain, I can't say yes. As a Klingon, I can stand here and say I'm not in charge now. So, you know, do what the fuck you want. So it's not Worf's fault. It's totally not Worf's fault. He didn't actively command the Enterprise E into battle that gets it blown up because Boimler's captaining the Enterprise E, you know, with a crew of himself, some hapless git, and Worf standing in the background smirking. No, that's not Worf's fault. Totally not Worf's fault. I've said it all now. It's not gonna fucking happen because they're gonna come up with something else. But it would fit so nicely because they've already got a beautiful lower deck Sovereign model. Because Boimler clearly knows the Sovi. He likes the Sovi because you've got the Wayfarer, you know, which, you know, that clearly it just would work. And also the idea of lower decks doing a riff on the fucking, you know, make it so moment with Boimler in the chair of the Enterprise E is just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number 2.
All right. My number 2 is sort of I think the ship that seems to be the seen as a continuation of the E. It's the Odyssey.
Ooh.
Yes.
Fair. I mean, she's canon now.
Yeah, she is.
She's fucking canon now.
Yeah.
Can't deny her anymore, you bastards. That was the Enterprise F. She's fucking canon. Yes, I understand it entirely.
Yeah. Just because. Yeah. I mean, I know. I can understand a lot of people saying. People like. I mean, I get why a lot of people say that, like, oh, it's too big. Oh, it looks too bulky. But I think.
I believe the most obnoxious thing that somebody said, and this was from a bunch of people that I respect. The guys from X Astra Scientia called it a pompous fat bucket. And it is. And the thing is, though,
yeah.
it's like, I'm sorry, but it's like, yeah, it's a pompous fat bucket. 30 years ago, the Enterprise D was a pompous fat bucket. That's our pompous fat bucket. I like that pompous fat bucket. Fuck yeah to the pompous fat bucket. Reclaim the pompous fat bucket. So yeah, I like that pompous fat bucket.
Yeah. I mean, one thing reason I like it is because it's got a good mix of it's got a good mix of the design elements. I mean, it looks like a typical Enterprise hero ship. It's also like a nice little sort of, you can see how it could be a continuation from this already. And also, particularly, it's got the unique design, well, a design that I believe was never used in the ship design before this one. The hole in the neck.
It's a bit O-berthy, actually. Weirdly.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You know, no, I agree. Like that is a proper nice little design facet, you know. So I can get behind that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just. There were more than one of them as well in the Picard season 3, you know, finale. So I'm glad. It's a good thing.
So, at last, by no means least, what has taken your top #1 spot on this list, Jed? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
The one, the only, the original,
Enterprise.
no bloody A,
B, C, or D.
Yeah, just. 'Cause the thing is, and I mean this with no disrespect to the phenomenal designers and artists who've worked on Star Trek since, but every single Star Trek ship designed since the original, you know, every single starship in Starfleet has been designed either to be like the Enterprise or to be a response to the Enterprise. Every single one has just been like, yeah, this has to look like it belongs in that lineage somewhere, somehow, or else, you know, we want it to not be like that, so we've got to actively design against that, like the Defiant. You know, it's just, when it comes down to it, everything about that design is timeless, it's classic, it's sharp, it's futuristic. Like the inside, different story. You know, you could modernize the inside a fair bit.
Yeah.
But like the actual external starship, everything about this fucking starship is. You look at this starship from any angle, she is perfect. She was designed by an absolute master fucking artist, and I swear to God, it is a crime that she does not appear. Like, you fucking see her in Picard Season 3, you fucking see the TOS style Connie in Picard Season 3, and I just look at that and I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. that's what I'm fucking talking about. You know,
Okay.
the TOS Connie is just, she's the original, she's the finest. I will say this, I mean the TOS Connie, not the pilot Connie with the spikes on the Bussard Collector.
Yeah.
I love the pilot Connie. I love the pilot Connie to death. But there's just a couple of details that are just a little off about her, and I'm like, yeah, TOS Connie for the win.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now,
Well,
what is
my
your-
one's rather the opposite to that one. My #1 spot is the Neo Constitution Class 3.
Ooh. Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
I know. It's the funny thing about this one, like, if we'd done this video, say in the early days of Season 3 Picard, that ship probably wouldn't have even made the list. But as of watching Picard, from start to finish, it grew on me. To the point where it's now one of my most favourite ships ever produced.
That's fair. That's fair.
To the point that I'm eager to get on STO now.
It's really good. It's really good. I mean, it's a nice design.
It is, yeah.
I love it. I think it's an awful choice for an Enterprise, but I love it. No.
I think I can understand why people think it's a bad Enterprise, but I personally think it would make a very good Enterprise. I think.
Oh, like, the design is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like, the design's absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. I just think if you look at that design lineage of the Enterprise is going up and up and up. You know, to go from like, yeah, here's a fucking high-powered Odyssey class battle tank thing to tiny underpowered cruiser made from, you know, spit and pins and staples.
Okay.
But at the same time, you know, something to be said. There's something to be said for sort of going back to, yeah, here's a poxy little starship out to see the universe. So,
Okay.
and I do love it. I do love it. It's a lovely design. I genuinely do love it. Worthy hero ship.
Indeed, yes. So that is the end of the main top 10 list. Now though, we're gonna go into the honorable mentions section. So, what do you have first for that one?
Honorable mentions.
If you have any.
I mean, do you want me to go in depth here, or do you want me to just sort of?
Sure,
list a few off
in depth. Yeah, sure.
Okay, honorable mentions. New Orleans class.
Yes.
Because
That's yes.
One of the things I bitterly regret about the TNG era is how few of that era's ships we see. You know, because we get stuff after that. You know, we get stuff before that. We don't really get much of that era.
Yeah.
The New Orleans class, I always look at and I think, yeah, I can get behind that. That's the sort of thing that you imagine that they'd have replacing Excelsiors eventually. You know, in sort of those mid-cruiser roles. But of course, 'twas not meant to be, alas, and we only ever really on screen see like the burning hulks and stuff at Wolf 359. So it's really
Okay.
depressing.
Okay. I'll alternate like we have before, so I'll do my top one. My honorable mention is, as you had on your main list, was the Constitution, the original. Simply, I mean, and it's here because simply because it's a ship that's it is a rather iconic starship. Like, you think of Star Trek, that's one of the first things that probably comes to mind. And I mean, it's a very nice design and everything else, but it's just when it comes to me, I'm more of a I'm more of like a post TOS sort of person. So I've watched a lot more of of basically everything but TOS. I've tried TOS, but it hasn't really worked out for me that much. But I've got a character within an STO. It's a good little ship, but so it didn't quite make it wasn't enough of an impact on me to make the main list.
Fair.
Do you have another one?
Yeah, no, the Odyssey.
There you go.
And the thing about the Odyssey, for me, I would have put the Odyssey high. Like, the Odyssey is one of my favorite starships of all time. The reason I didn't put the Odyssey in this top 10
Yeah.
was purely because I love the Odyssey because I fly an Odyssey in Star Trek Online. Now, I love an Odyssey because I have flown that ship into battle. I have stormed the gates of proverbial hell. I fought in the battle of Procyon 5 with an Odyssey class starship.
Okay.
Now, which is all well and good, but in terms of on-screen presence, the Odyssey class basically exists as a background ship, a couple of scenes, and the Enterprise F slowly, pompous, fat bucketing its way out of space dock before getting taken over by the Borg. Now, which for on-screen presence is not that impressive, and it's one of the reasons I think a lot of people were disappointed with the Odyssey. You know, the amount that the Odyssey was in Picard. Depressing. But, no. So,
All right.
One more honourable mention each.
Well, I've got including the next one, 4 more that I put down.
Fair.
I wasn't gonna put a number on it, just as many as you wanted, but I'll go my next one, then you can go your, if you have another one after that, then we can just if you don't have any more, I'll go to mine after that. But my next one is the same era as you, the Sagan, the one that was the Stargazer one. Yes. Again, like I do like again watching I do like a lot of the ships from this Picard season 3 and Picard season 2. I like the way the design they're going with them, and I just felt that even though I didn't make the main list, I just thought it was still a worthy ship to put someone on this list, so I put it in on mentions because it's still a good ship. Was the two the only two you had there?
I mean, there's more I could say. So,
if go on then.
I really like the Constellation.
Oh, was that
Originals.
that? Okay. Fair one.
And what I love about the Constellation class is just, you know, she looks like a ship of her era, but she also doesn't look like the Enterprise. So there's a nice contrast there. There's a nice contrast there of, yeah, that's a ship that Picard could have commanded before. you know, this dinky little battle cruiser, you know, that clearly isn't an Enterprise. You know,
Yeah.
there's something about that you sort of look at and you go, yeah,
Hmm.
I can get behind that.
I can
That's
say,
cool.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, that's one of those ones that, there's definitely, yeah, there's definitely worse looking ships. I'm looking at one right now. But it's the one that I've not. It's not one of my favorite, but it's an okay one. It's believable. It's a bit. It's not that one.
Okay.
So my next one, the NX-01.
Ooh, the Akira Prize. Nice.
What?
Everyone back in the fandom back in the day used to call it the Akira Prize because it looks vaguely like the Akira class.
You're right. It does.
Never realised.
I've never thought about that until now.
Never occurred to him before, but it's occurring to him now.
Yeah, I guess it does. Well, I mean, it's oh, gone.
No, it's just that people think that was a mandate because the Akira was so popular. People think that they made the next Enterprise look like the Akira for that precise reason.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I got onto Enterprise a bit. I think it was. So I watched TNG first. Then it was Voyager. And then I think then it was DS9 after a lot of persuading. Enterprise was the last one I had to watch, and it took a bit of time to grow on me. That show did. But the one thing that I did like that grew me rather quickly was the NX-01. It's one of those ships where you can look at it from pretty much any angle, and it's still very photogenic. It still looks very good, and it's also very it's a very believable like early ship design for the era it's set in. Do you have another one?
The Akira, funnily enough.
I have to say I'm not too fond of that one.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, the thing is, when you look at the First Contact fleet,
Yeah.
you know, when you look at the First Contact fleet in general is one of these things where you're like, oh, so they've gone all out to make some ships that look radically different than what we've seen before. The Akira is the prettiest of the bunch, and you can sort of see why they made a point of saving that one for DS9. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
It doesn't look like an Enterprise, but it's still a tough little ship. I
Yeah.
like it.
Funny enough, it's my next one, one you mentioned earlier, the Intrepid Voyager. It's mainly because like it's just one of those ships where it sort of follows a little bit the same design as like the Sovereign. It looks like a little something. It's a different. Goes a little bit of a different design, especially with the nacelles. And all in all, just an all around good looking ship. Pretty much.
So, I think you've got one last.
I've got one last one. Yeah. So.
Okay, so I'll match you one last one.
Alright.
Nebula.
Ugh. I don't.
And the thing is, the Nebula, for much the same reason as New Orleans, it's nice to see more ships of the TNG era. And again, it's one of those ships where you look at it and you go, yeah, that's not the Enterprise. That's totally not the Enterprise. No. It's where they rearranged it, you know. I'm fond of it. I'm fond of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of those ones I'm just like
I mean, if the one that you're about to say is the one that you mentioned earlier, I'm about to make the same face, so go.
So, my last honourable mention is the JJ Fries.
Sorry. It's a voluntary reaction.
That's fine. I've done it plenty of times.
anytime anyone ever mentions it, I just have to be like, yeah.
It's So
The thing is, it's a good design.
Mm.
I'll give it that. It's a good
Yeah.
design, and like you were making an Enterprise, fair. It's there's a few things about it I don't like personally. I think the thing that sticks in my craw the most is the fact that they upscaled it. So she was meant to be about the size of the refit Enterprise. They upscaled it to be like bigger than the Solvi, and I'm like, fucking what? But you know, like no, she's a good like proportionally, she's okay. There's bits of her that are a bit too curved for no reason, but you know, it's what it is.
So for me, this one again is like, it's another one as one. So I was too young. Well, at the time the films came out, I wasn't allowed to watch them. But I still bought because I watched like the Wrath of Khan stuff beforehand. So I was kind of a Star Trek fan already at that point, and so I bought the old Lights and Sounds and Enterprise toys, and so I kind of had those for a good number of years, and ended up kind of just especially with that toy, just like falling in love with the design, and then when I ended up getting to watch the actual films, I was just seeing them in actual action in the films. I was just like, yeah, that's good. And for me, it's another one of those ships, especially what I found during the cinematic videos. It's another one of those ships that I found that pretty much no matter what angle for me you look at it, it's very photogenic, and it just looks very good. It's a very all-angled ship that you can go, oh, that's good, yeah, that's good, yeah, that's good, it just, yeah. It does very good.
So yeah.
But at that point concludes this video. Before we do wrap this up, are there any of these that from my end that surprised you that I picked?
The Nova, funnily enough.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, you've got to tell me how many of these were you surprised? Were you surprised by my number 10?
I think when you first showed them, I was shocked. But come to think of it, you being the Star Trek fan that you are, I'm actually not surprised that you've chosen those ones. Because for me, like I've not been on this planet for as long as you have, so I've not like watched Star Trek as many times as you may have.
Very old.
I've not watched as many times as you have, so I've not like I've not had the time to like watch your like the background chips and everything else, or just I've had much of a deep dive into the franchise as you have. So I've kind of my attention, and also because of the fact that my attention level with media is a very surface level. I've mentioned this a few times on my channel before. It's not something that goes deep. I don't like look into the background of things. I don't listen to the writing to see how it's done. I look at it as from what I first see. So I tend to just the main chips that are highlighted, specifically the ones I tend to hit the most notice of, and so that's why a lot of my ones are a lot of the hero ships from the series. But so given the fact that you had a lot more experience with the franchise and you've had a lot more time to just experience Star Trek, I'm not surprised that you've picked what you picked. I'm like, you know, basically OCD. So the minute I see like a background ruined little floating star in Wolf 359, I'm just like, so what does it look like? And for that, I am very thankful to my betters on the internet for having done all this research for me. So all I have to do is go read it. So it's great, yeah. I think, but no, I definitely think I think the one I can far from agree with you on is definitely the ball ship, the hospital ship.
Ball! Ball! The ball! It's the goddamn ball!
What are you gonna say?
On the bombshell of the goddamn ball, I think I shall have to go.
Alright, no worries. I shall wrap this video up now then. So, that was our top 10 picks for, I'll get that out. I'll let you know. Our top 10 picks for, different starships. In the comments, let us know what you thought of our choices. Whenever I get comments from the site, I'll be very eager to read what people think, given the options we've had today.
I want to see how many people agree with me that the ball is a good ship.
Yeah, definitely.
Like and subscribe for the ball.
But yeah, so
If you get this video 350 likes in the next like I don't fucking know, like the next month.
That's not gonna.
350
That's not gonna happen.
It fucking might. If you get it to 350 likes, he'll do a fucking Star Trek Online video with the ball. I'll make him.
Fucking please no! I've had enough of that already. I've had enough. I think I've had enough early years of STO playing with that bloody ship than I've liked to. But no, yeah. So
no, but then you have to also name it the USS Ball.
Fuck's sake. Well, I hope that never comes to that. So to finish off, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and please leave a comment. And please not only consider subscribing to the channel Sergeant Beckett, but also consider subscribing to the wonderful channel that is, my hand, that is Mana Desk Productions, who has got a lot coming up in the next few months, I presume. Rightly, I see.
I mean, it's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I'm a Doctor Who fan channel.
Yeah.
So if I don't have a lot coming up in the next few months, I'm kind of banjaxed.
Yes. Also, as I'm recording this video, I'll link in the description. There's also the first episode of Star Trek Tartarus. That one. I can never fucking say it right. Yeah. So go check that out and all that stuff. Also in the description will be my link tree. In that link tree you can find links to, at this point, a shit ton of stuff that I do on the internet. It's at this point it'd take too long to say it all. So have a look at it, see what takes your fancy, go knock yourself out.
Don't literally knock yourself out, that would be painful.
I mean I assumed that was implied. So thank you all so much for watching this video again. I shall see you all in the next video. Adios.